All 4 ships were decommissioned and put into mothballs, leaving the Navy without a battleship for the first time since 1895.
They figured it would be the end. And so it was sort of deep storage, you might say, just closed down, buttoned up tight, not really a particularly good job of storing it either. I think it was felt that they would be scrapped. It was felt that they would never be called into service again.
The battleship Wisconsin lays at the Philadelphia Navy Yard, comatose, if not dead. Grass grows between the seams of her once beautiful teak deck. Her bell never rings, only rusts. The decades roll by, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and Wisconsin is oblivious to a changing political climate.
In the late Carter years, it was felt that the United States had allowed its military forces to slip below what was prudent, particularly in the Navy, where the number of ships had gone down to just remarkably few.
But it was not until the Reagan years and a new commitment to the military that the Navy started to think the unthinkable. Bring back the battleships. Bring back Wisconsin.
This ship was paid for by taxpayers of some decades ago, and it indeed is like the car that is owned by the little old lady who only uses it on Sunday to go to church. It may be of an older model, but it is very low mileage.
Wisconsin was commissioned in '44. It only served 1 year in World War II. Then it was not long after World War II it was decommissioned, brought back for 2 years during the Korean War, and then a year after the Korean War it was decommissioned again. It had had a very short life. There was a lot of useful service left on the hull and machinery.
Many think bringing the Wisconsin back is folly. Too expensive a move for what is called a World War II museum piece. Yet the decision is made. After decades in mothballs, Wisconsin is towed to a shipyard in Mississippi. Work begins to transform her into a contemporary naval war machine, complete with an array of modern weapons. The price tag is $385 million.
Modern electrics, upgrading the engines with modern fuels, less pollution, better living conditions, air conditioning, Tomahawk missiles, enormous shipbuilding project.
October 22nd, 1988. The last battleship returns to the fleet.
I hereby place United States ship Wisconsin in commission. God bless and Godspeed to all who sail in her.
A giant ship is awakened after 30 years of sleep.
Captain, the watch is set. The ship is manned. The crew is at quarters. Request to bring the ship to life. Bring the ship to life. Aye, aye, Captain. Ship's company. Bring the ship to life.
Critics complain the Wisconsin's recommissioning is a waste of money and question the usefulness and modern-day mission of a World War II-era vessel. But the world political landscape changes abruptly. August 1990. Iraq invades Kuwait, and the battleship is called to arms, dispatched to the Mideast. Ship's bosun, Tom Marshall.
From Norfolk to the Straits of Gibraltar, we made it in 4 days and 16 hours. And it was the first time in my life I ever got jet lag on a ship.
January 1991. Diplomatic efforts fail. Battleship Wisconsin coordinates the first strike of the war and launches Tomahawk cruise missiles into Baghdad.
Recommend execute plan 10, Cap.
Execute 10.
Execute plan. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch.
In Baghdad, the world watches as CNN correspondent Bernard Shaw reports the first moments of the war.
The skies over Baghdad have been illuminated. We're seeing bright flashes going off all over the sky. This is extraordinary.
You're first watching launch like, wow, that's...
Rick Steckel is a member of the Wisconsin crew.
Wow, that's really neat. You know, you're seeing this thing fly, and then you start thinking this thing is actually going somewhere to destroy something. Then different thoughts race through your mind. You're thinking, I can't believe this missile is actually going to go and blow up some building 400 or 500 miles